The first thing you want to do is find the area you're going to build in. Be sure you have the right materials. When collecting rocks, look for dense, angular, and also look for long, flat ones for the bottom and top. Before starting the rock wall, make sure your foundation is strong. Making sure your foundation is strong is a big part of the building process. If your foundation is weak, then there is no stability and higher chance of failure. To make a strong foundation, dig long trenches down to about 3 to 4 inches and remove all organic matter, because it will eventually decompose and create voids. This could lead in instability in the wall and a more likely chance of the wall collapsing. When you're finished with digging the trenches, make sure the dirt isn't loose. Once you're ready to start, grab the flattest rocks you've collected and place them on the bottom. Now that the bottom is finished, select rocks that are large enough to overlap the joints with the rocks below. Although, avoid stacking stones with the vertical seams. In other words, break the line up so it's staggered and not straight down. Instead, use smaller stones to fill gaps and larger stones for the exterior. Be sure to position larger and flatter stones higher on the wall for added stability. As you go higher, check every rock that it's solid and isn't moving, and also make sure that every rock you place wants to go towards the middle of the wall. To finish off the wall, place flat, durable capstones on the top of the wall to create a finished look and add stability. The capstones should extend slightly over the front face of the wall. Periodically check the wall for stability as you build, looking for any signs of tipping or sliding. Not only are dry stack rock walls beautiful, but they are also a big part of Hawaiian history. A part of the history of rock walls in Hawaii includes Kamehameha's gift from Captain Vancouver, which was cattle. King Kamehameha placed the cattle under a kapu to encourage the cattle to multiply. The kapu was successful and the cattle multiplied into thousands. However, many of the cattle were wild. They began to destroy a lot of property. By the mid-1800s, the kapu was lifted by King Kamehameha III. During the reign of King Kamehameha III, he used rock walls to keep cattle in one area because they were destroying crops, properties, and sometimes harming people. The Great Wall, Kuakini, Kapa Nui o Kuakini, on Hawaii Island, separates coastal lands from inland pasture to control the movement of the large feral herds. The Ka'ahumanu Wall in Honolulu was constructed to protect the town from wild cattle and horses. Kamehameha III invited vaqueros from Mexico to teach the Hawaiians horsemanship, which led to the development of the Hawaiian Paniolo culture and ranches all across the islands. Not only were rock walls used for cattle, but also for defense in times of war and for agriculture to grow food. The Great Wall, Pu'uhonua o Hunaunau, is located in South Kona at Kealakekua Bay. This wall served as a haven for non-combatants like the Kupuna and Keiki during times of war. Not only did the Great Wall serve as a haven, but it also provided refuge, offering safety and forgiveness to people who have broken kapus. For fishing, rock walls were essential for creating and maintaining local ia, or fish ponds. They used them to confine certain species of fish for sustainable harvesting and some for bait. Rock walls used for agriculture kept moisture in the ground, making the dirt fertile and perfect for planting. The importance of this skill is evident in the history of Hawaii and many other places that hold it as part of their culture and history. Teaching this to the future generations will help to keep the skill known and taught.